to the Thursday night online open mic at the New Yorican Poets Cafe. It is I, Caridad de la Luz, your host, La Bruja, here on January 7th, 2021. Wow. 1 week in, and 2021 certainly has not disappointed. Woo! Tonight we have a long, amazing list of poets. I usually open the show with a poem, but I am so curious and so excited to hear what everybody has to say. I'm gonna put the list into the chat so you could see. We have one cancellation. Karen has canceled, so we're gonna move somebody up from the waiting list. I see Deanne Hill. I'm gonna try to get everybody on tonight that we have in this list here. Yes, hello, pandemic poets. Greetings from Portland. What's up, fam? We are here in the building. We celebrated New Year, New Year's Eve, the New Year together. We brought it in. It was so beautiful. And yesterday was Three Kings Day. It's a big holiday in Puerto Rico. I am in Puerto Rico right now. My grandmother is going to be put into a home because she has dementia. So I've come to be with her and help her transition into that. So I landed in Puerto Rico, my motherland, and all hell broke loose. You each have 4 minutes, okay? I want to hear what you have to say. You have 4 minutes. Let's keep it tight. Let's get into it. Thank you to the sponsors. Thank you to the New Yorican Poets Cafe. Thank you for all of you tuning in either in the chat room at Facebook or YouTube. Here we go. Wow, a week in and it already feels like a year. We're gonna open up with DG Clearing, then Elise, and then Marissa. Let's go. DG Clearing, the man who wrote the pandemic poem.
La Bruja, the pandemic poets, the audience, welcome. Thank you so much tonight. There's been a lot of civil unrest the last day, things that we didn't want to see. This is called B1. Let us all in this time of our divided nation remember how, as people, we have survived the trials of our belief. That we as individuals of this great democracy have pledged as citizens of the United States of America that all people shall be treated equally with respect and dignity, regardless of race, religion, color, sex, national origin, or sexual orientation. That when our beliefs and rights are challenged, that we have the right to freely protest those infringements in a peaceful way. No person shall have the right to breach the sovereignty of our freedoms. Through peaceful and fair elections, we choose to elect our representatives so they can defend our Constitution and protect our rights, liberties, freedoms, and borders from those outside and from within. That we have the right to life, liberty, speech, and the pursuit of happiness, and that we uphold those freedoms in our everyday life. That our justice system is there to defend all people's rights, regardless if the general populace agrees with them or not, as long as those people don't impede on others' rights and beliefs. We are a nation that has diversity from the Pacific to the Atlantic, great communities of colors and religions and beliefs live side by side, creating the greatest democracy on earth. It is with respect of each other that we have grown to be this great nation. We must come together again not to be divided in the principles of our Constitution. Not only are our children watching, but the world is watching in disbelief as we turn on each other. We must come together again as the people, the citizens, the leaders, the followers, the communities, the nation, so we can live in harmony with each other, so that we may sing or talk or read, so that we may walk or skip or run, so that we may pray or learn or teach, so that we can live without fear from our brothers and sisters, from our neighbors, from strangers, from the government. Let us all in this time not be divided and come together as a people, as a nation. Be one. Thank you.
All right, DG Clearing, setting the tone for peace and equality in our country. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Everybody just be safe out there. Thank you so much. Get vaccinated, please.
Okay. DG is always giving them PSAs, our pandemic poet. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Elise, let's go with Elise Versilla. Let's hear what Elise is bringing to the table tonight. Yes, yesterday, Trump terrorists tried to stop democracy. You know, we have used this platform here to speak our truth, to really create such powerful narrative. Elise, talk to me.
Hello, hello. It's been a rough fucking 48 hours, man.
Tell us about it. Tell us everything.
All right. Well, Tuesday I wrote a new poem, and then Wednesday happened, and now we're here. So this poem has taken on some new meaning. But I hope it serves as hope, because it's kind of what's getting me through right now. So it doesn't have a title yet. Here it comes.
Drop that new shit.
It's like I'm a boxer in a ring and I didn't hear the bell, ding, ding, Evander, but these fields, they ain't holy. I'm fighting a war with poetry against the weight of the world. I got my shoulders tensed against the ropes, trying to stay out of their corners, pigeonholed and squawking to land one good left hook. Come up and for all the hits I took. I'm light on my feet too, Muhammad. We're going to fly like butterflies to the promised gates, pilgrimage to a Mecca where we're at peace. The bout comes to a close and the champion crowned. Welterweight took the heaviest down. When I leave the ground, my wings make no sound. Like an owl towards its prey in the dark of the night, I have survived every fight, undefeated like Marciano, undrowned by the churning waters underneath the Verrazano. These depths can't take me. I never hit the floor of the ring, not yet, not ever. I'm still gonna sing. Glory, hallelujah, I still got fight in me. Black eye bruised and lip cut open. This blood is red, but it doesn't mean broken. I am not tapping out. The world keeps getting a bit more dark, but I swill a gulp of water and spit. I'm not throwing in the towel yet. I'm gonna dance with these demons until I win. Thank you.
Yes, Elise, you dance with those demons, boo.
Thanks, guys. I needed that.
You got it out. I felt your energy so powerful. It's like I could feel you. I feel you. And I thank you.
Hugs, everyone.
Yes. Oh, and boy, do we need them. Okay. So now let's hear from our next poet, Dane Ince. The Ince man. Let's go.
I'm trying to get the technology to cooperate. Got an itch like a witch. Drive my 47 Woody right into the ditch. My surfboard got a Brazilian wax. Now I cannot give the pipe a slip. It takes an act of Congress. Lube and ass play. Mushroom dick in a twist. He thinks dicks for brains is good. A compliment. Crushed. bliss like a moment, then darkness selfish to cry out in the face of your agony. Mine, this is about illicit. The fuck you get. The vote count makes me pulse. Let me howl with righteous self-indignation. I'm the victim while I dick your ass. It's not fair. I'm the victim. Can't you see? Please let me lick you with my lies. Watching over sensation, the falling into sleep. You catch yourself, you startle up the stairs. I assure you, I will not leave you hurt. And if you yell, I will blame the Democratic Socialist. Will bliss your nipples leaking milk like Oklahoma Senator drawl. Okay, let me exhale, catch my breath, and see if I can take Blackburn's fist while I'm shouting out, America the Beautiful in the Capitol Rotunda, round and smooth. Ow! Yeah. I give and take what you need, leave the rest. The general, choose the chew. Each Elmer's glue blows his rocky road load all over Senator Graham's freckled face, moon-like ass. Josh Hawley screams from the gallery floor, irregardless, 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 irregardless. It's a word too, motherfucker. Poontang is delicious. Biscuits and gravy, cheesy grits. Romney runs up and down in a pool-filled diaper. Stinky Winky, give kissy kiss. Moscow Mitch rips out his false teeth, drools goo goo. Oh, looky, government tits. I love bamboo dicks. It's not wasted. A drama, tragic, flaw, consequence, a literary work, or inability to cope, moral weakness brought to ruin, extreme sorrow suffers. They know, but they need to do it anyway, in which the main character, especially with unfavorable circumstances, and so they do. Thank you.
Ooh, Dane with that political porn, giving it to him hardcore, baby. Yeah.
Especially if they don't like it.
No KY, motherfuckers. All right, let's go with Marissa. Let's go. Marissa Prada, let's do this.
What is up, Nuyo? Oh my God. I'm going to bring some Prada erotica to you. That word is compliments of the general. So I wrote this. I woke up yesterday morning and I wrote this poem after spending some time in a different open mic. And then I found out that the world was still where it was, where we left it. And so I'm going to read it tonight. It's deeply inappropriate, thus the banner behind me. La Bruja, I hope you don't kick me out for this poem. It's super dirty, but very sexy. It's a lot of cock. Here we go. The title of this poem. I gotta compose myself. Hang on. The title of this poem is Ode to the Pull-Out Method. In case you need a distraction from yesterday. You taught me how to love cum. Swim in your smell from the squirt of the inside of your ball sack. Weirdly yummy. Warm, winkle, sweet, salty, sticky. Your peanut brittle baby batter blasted across my breasts. Many pregnancies avoided, I'm sure. No child support arrears for my rear. Most nights I prefer quiet, personalized penile attention, but this is not one of those times. Ever since Moody started talking about pulling out, I've been in some sort of fitful mood to straight up fuck. So tonight, your name is Peter Johnson until I say otherwise, and I will be Alice for your phallus. Cock-a-doodle-doo, doodle drawing, dawdle, dingle, tingle through
What happened? Did she freeze? Oh, it wasn't me. I wanted more of the dingle doody da da da, but damn, she cracked the Zoom. She broke her condom broke. She's leaking poetry all over the place. Let's see what happens if she could come back. Okay. All right. I guess we're just gonna have to go with Nick. Zoom can't handle that shit, baby. Let's see what's good with Nick Paliolo Ghosts. Come on. Did you not see I dropped a new video called Single is the New Black? Shit. Look at my shit. Where's Nick at? Let's unmute him.
Hi, what's up? I was waiting for the unmute and I'm like, I'm here. I have new shit for you guys.
New shit.
This one's called I Got Two Questions for You. Have we forgotten how to be a human? Do we really have souls? To answer the first question, no, we haven't forgotten how to human. The many atrocities committed throughout our time on Earth is nothing new. I could cite so many examples till my face turns blue. Like what happened in the Capitol building is not a surprise to me for 4 damn years. And still to this day, we have to deal with that fucking baby's animosity. And yet people still denounce it like it's just a peaceful protest. Yeah, fucking right. More like a goddamn riot, a fucking coup, with their bombs and possible COVID trying to spread around. And what about the calls to the police to protect and guard? Quiet on their fronts, with them with no regard. This isn't avant-garde. Taking a selfie with treasoners? Hey, why not? Those people wouldn't hurt a goddamn fly. Sure, yeah, right. Wouldn't call them a source that I would rely on. So what? What I'm trying to say is, it doesn't surprise me, and it shouldn't surprise you. The feelings of outrage, I'm totally with you on that. To answer the second question, yes, we do. Yet as humans, some of us omitted them when we use our intelligence, or better yet, a lack thereof. To others, we activate our souls with empathy. Yet there is a scarcity of that in the America I grew up in. We need to keep asking those two questions to ourselves before every decision. It's getting awful out there, and it's not going to recover easily. Be mindful of your choices.
Ooh, yes, with that new shit fire, spitting truth, no liar. Thank you, Nick. Okay.
Thank you, Labra.
All right, we're gonna go back to Marissa. Let's see, she's back in the room. Let's see. She said sometimes her Zoom goes from Spanish to English. You know, she's ambidextrous with it. I don't know. Let's unmute her.
Okay, sorry. I don't know what happens. Anyways, let me get going before this happens again. Okay.
That's the juggling ball.
It was like way too hot. This system totally freaked the fuck out. I'm so sorry if this offends anyone. All right, so this is titled Ode to the Pull-Out Method. You taught me how to love cum. Swim in your smell from the squirt of the inside of your ball sack. Weirdly yummy, warm, winkle, sweet, salty, sticky. Your peanut brittle baby batter blasted across my breasts. Many pregnancies avoided, I'm sure. No child support arrears for my rear. Most nights, I prefer quiet, personalized, penile passion. But this is not one of those times. Ever since Moody started talking about pulling out, I've been in some sort of fitful mood to just straight up fuck. So tonight, your name is Peter Johnson until I say otherwise, and I will be Alice for your phallus. Cock-a-doodle doo, doodle drawing, dawdle dangle, tangling through throes of morning wood. When your hardened hooded warrior manhood gets manhandled by this womanhood humping I brought to bed. If we even fucking make it to bed, yes, hell yes, fuck yes, I will wear your shit out for days. unable to eat, just drink you down into the pit of my dark cherry-coated cock-loving lipstick. Make me so dirty, I have to brush my teeth 5 times in the morning. I ain't scared. A little hair never hurt anyone. Now let's unzip that dipstick, see what we're dealing with. Choke your chicken, finger licking, tongue clicking, lick, prick, cock, knob, dong. Hold on to your schlong, man. This is gonna be a long ride. Won't go quick or quiet into the night either. I'm gonna hungry hippo your dicko. Then I'm gonna chug your wing chun tonight. Don't shoot your velocity in the vector of my vagina. Take that shit upstairs. Pisser, plonker, pizzle, weenie, willy. Let's free your big willy whale tonight. Pull out method man. Shoot your load on the landing strip of my skin, hot at first, then cold. Squeeze the tip till it drips, then rub it in like lotion. Motion on my mouth to lap you up. Morning is my favorite time to call the cum from your can of sticky tube lube. Fast hand job testimony of testicles to paint your canvas on this woman and her wild, wayward ways. Marry you? Maybe. But we ain't making no baby, not today. I know you crave the verbal nudity. X-rated, X marks a spot, but G is my spot. So let's see how long your schlong can hold on until ding dong, the dick is dead.
I like that ding dong. It's better than the witch is dead.
I hope you all laughed a little and smiled a little and take your mind off of the world a little bit. And I'll see y'all next time.
Yes, Marissa. Thank you. I think Portia liked it. I saw Tish. I saw Neil. I saw some enjoyment there. Even Greg Michaels with his hat. Thank you, Marissa, for that.
Thank you, Bruja, for bringing me back on too. Thank you.
Of course. I love a little.
A little dick is dead. Amor por ti.
Come back next week for more. Thank you. Okay, Generalissimo, let's unmute Generalissimo. What does Generalissimo have to say about all of this?
Well, Bruja, I was her guinea pig, and she repeated that to me over and over again before anyone else heard it. So I am traumatized, of course. But, that's what being a friend to a poet like Marissa is all about. Traumatization. So she's a lovely woman. She's a very good mother to her children. That's all that matters in this world. So let's go ahead, and I will, of course, start off with a brand new haiku that is actually in Spanish for you. It is entitled La Bruja que lleva mi corazón, and it goes like this. Ella es una poeta hechizante que roba almas. Did you catch that, La Bruja?
I love it. Gracias. Hechizante. What a big word.
Oh my God, to get those lines in the perfect syllables, with the perfect words was very hard. Okay.
I am moved. I am truly.
I have a brand new poem that I wrote today.
New shit. Drop it. Like
it's called A Random Act. It was a cold, drizzly December Maine afternoon. Not cold enough for snow, not a strong enough rain to call it real rain. It had snowed an inch or 3 that morning, not enough to take out a shovel, easy enough to drive through, the type of snow that gets melted away by a few hours of rain. I drove the 45-minute weekly road trip to wait in line for about 15 minutes to enter Trader Joe's and exited with 2 bags. I rolled my cart 2 parking lot aisles over to the cart receptacle, and while walking back to my car, I saw a woman holding several bouquets of flowers, carefully placing the cellophane wrapped packages stem end under windshield wipers. I asked her what she was doing. She said that on a day like today, she thought people wouldn't mind flowers from a stranger. She reached her right arm at me and offered me a bouquet. I hesitated to accept, but accepted, felt flattered, and thanked her. She smiled and responded, just a random act of kindness. I got in my car and inspected the carnations and chrysanthemums that looked like they were painted with melted Skittles. I began to giggle. I felt warm tears roll down my cheek. I reached around to the pocket in the back of my seat to grab a roll of paper towels to tear one off to use as a Kleenex. I wiped my tears and blew my nose and started laughing again. I heard my mother's spirit telling me that crying when happy is genetic. Suddenly I could feel my father's arm stretched around across my shoulders, giving me a gentle pat. My Uncle Sam was offering me a slice of gooseberry pie for breakfast and a shot of after-dinner aquavit. My Aunt Charlotte was hugging me, acknowledging that her secret depression wasn't something I had to keep secret. My Aunt Lila was explaining to me that Velveeta was the secret to a good pot of cheese grits. I think she would have approved of my version with sharp provolone, coconut milk, curry leaf, lime zest, and white pepper. My Uncle Ralph offered me an ice cold Fresca and told me he was no longer afraid to converse with his teenage nephew he thought might be gay. My best friend Beth wasn't telling me she had decided to discontinue chemotherapy, but instead was making her famous potato soup while her giant yellow lab Ebenezer was asking me to rub his belly. This random act of kindness flooded my heart with sunshine. The sun was refusing me that cold, drizzly December Maine afternoon. This random act of kindness allowed me to feel a little less pandemic isolation sad, a little less afraid, and a little less alone. Thank you.
Generalissimo, we must be related because I cry when I'm happy too. Thank you. That was so beautiful. And of course, you had to interject with that foodie stuff. Oh, so savory. You always describe the food in the poetry, and I just live for it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That was beautiful. Okay, now let's see what Eddie Foreman is bringing to the table. Edward Foreman.
Eddie, Edward, you can call whatever you want.
Whatever you'd like me to call you.
Sure, no problem. Thank you. Thanks for hosting me. I have to warn everyone that's a mom or dad, please excuse the kids out of the room. It's gonna be really steamy up in here.
Ooh, ooh. Well, I think Marissa all set the tone, and a lot of kids weren't born.
Okay, this is called Erotic Manifesto. My glazed sugary treat, you were so sweet, down to your feet, engulfing your heat. Stress put on delete, holding your love seat, stuck in red concrete, time went so obsolete. Some passionate feast, trying not to overheat, grinding on and on and on, repeat. Oh, 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 your red heat. Our steamy inner drum beats, vocal so wildly a beat, hearing your heartbeat while knocking your window seat up inside your plump pink sweet. Rubbing your sauce street, feelings were bittersweet, mouse making tweets, not missing a climactic beat. No need to be discreet, all I do is lick, flick, and eat. Watch your backseat, passion so dirty and not neat. Our energy quickly depletes, spasms under the sheets as you moan defeat, making you feel complete in our heavenly orgasmic retreat. Thank you.
Ooh, yes. All right. Don't you know it's the nerdy boys that are the sexiest? Ow!
Oh, trust me. Trust me. Don't let the don't let the glasses fool you. I'm a little beast in sheets.
Yes, baby. Yes, baby. Thank you so much, Ed, for heating it up. All right. Beast in the sheets with no retreat and on repeat. Let's go. Let's go. Who's next on the show? He made me lose track. Michael Sindler. Thank you, Ed. Thank you. You keep it spicy.
You're very welcome.
Okay. Yeah, I lost track.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I muted the wrong person. I meant to mute Ed. There we go.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I am happy to be here as always. I'm going to start with a little memorial here. This is 1/9/2020. First reported case, COVID-19 hits Wuhan. World joins in sorrow. And then I'm going to move a little bit from there. And this is an Atava Rima poem, which I just read this earlier, and somebody thought that was the author and didn't realize it was mine. I'm like, no, I wrote this. It's called Borders. From the first false line between two encampments, delineating space between us and them, the deadly dualism this lie invents divides true nature's family on a whim, enriching one's fortune at neighbor's expense from the Rio Grande to Jerusalem. Clouds glide free and rivers unencumbered flow while humans partition ourselves here below. What corrupted logic exists that prevents understanding, leads tribe or state to condemn, to conquer, to take, to wall up, or to fence? Senseless descent into divisive mayhem, mistaking articles of faith with vestments, although each name of God is a synonym. To keep up pretense, maintain the status quo, the world's held hostage to Radagio. And if I can get one more little thing, I just, so much sadness, so much negative energy. I just want to do something a little positive. This is a ringa for Hotai, little, I see little things of him all the time, little Chinese god with his arms raised up. Hotai stretches, yawns, radiates true happiness, bathes in sweet sunshine, prepares for meditation, eyes closed to all distraction. He sits cross-legged, massive bulk, light as feather. Sit with him, feel calm. Thought like fog lifts, dissipates. Contentment fills the hollow. Heart opens to find Hotai's pure song resonate, joy within each breath. Rests on a soft pillow, opening like a lotus. Okay, y'all take care. I know it's a lot of ragged energy, but you know, we gotta take deep breaths and stay cool.
That was meditative. Thank you for bringing
Thank you.
serenity to the room. Thank you, Michael. Beautiful, beautiful work. Okay, let's go to India and hear from Umesh Mohitkar. Come on, 2021, bring it on!
Good evening, Love Rua. How are you?
I am well. I'm happy to see you. You asked for it on the new year and you got it.
Thank you. Let's go with this new shit. Okay, let's start.
New shit.
Here you go. You are a follower. We are all followers of God, followers of no God, followers of a guru, followers of a leader, followers of money, followers of name and fame, like a herd of sheep guided by the shepherd. He is the leader, riding on the horse, looking like a prince, his eyes blue, never thought so highly of himself, spoke what he understood and felt. By the way, his understanding limited, minimalistic. He follows himself, only understands himself. He speaks his mind, which he himself is doubtful about. Just someone speaking the unspeakable. Someone just speaking his heart out, spitting fire. He speaks what he felt. By the way, he didn't feel much. heartless monster he is. Somewhere deep in your mind, you admire his guts. You always wanted to be a nut who is different and get out of this rut. But alas, it was not to be. You remained a follower, were programmed to be a follower. He convinced you that someone is stealing what is yours. He made you believe you and your people are going to get hurt. He showed you, okay, wait. You and your people are going to get hurt. He showed you a path of dare, fire, asked you to walk on a suspended wire. If you win, he wins. You fail, he wins. You live, he wins. You die, he wins. He is a winner. You remain a follower whose neighbors are going to get hurt irreparably, whose family is going to get broken irrevocably, living a dream which is not yours. His leader's dream in reality. Leader is going to live the dream and eat the cream. If you are alive, you will be alone on the street, hiding from everyone, where no one is searching or waiting for you, waiting for another leader. Now you can't say. You did not see what was coming. You did see what was happening. You are a follower. Thank you.
Woo! I love it. You lose, he wins. You he what? Yes. Unmatched. Oh wait.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, everyone. It's great to be here again in 2021. I think we are pandemic poets, like DG said, right? Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
We are unified in love and in poetry and in truth, in brilliance and shine. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Let's continue. Elemental music. Let's go.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Hey.
Everybody good tonight? No place I'd rather be. Trust me, it's Thursday. It's New Yo night. You know, you already know. That's why we all here, right? And the place to be. Some more new shit for y'all. Let's keep this new shit train trucking right along, right? Let's get it. Honestly, I lost myself last year, but now I'm finally coming to my senses. Can you smell that? Is that hair burning? I remember that. The stove, the comb, the grease, the struggle, the scars, the reward, the pain of trying to straighten something not meant to be straightened or conform to what they said is the image of beauty. Squishing 10 tons of great into a 5-pound bag of welcome to life as a citizen, second class. Can you see that? I remember that. The power, prestige, philanthropy, pedagogy, philosophy, painstakingly taking their intricate time to write such villainy into what was meant to be a voice of freedom. Oh, how tiny the tinsel that sewed the fabric of this fight against oppression, the desire to have more might than any monarchy could, fought, clawed, and killed for everything this unknown land had to offer. Set sail with more heart than hope and shipwrecked on prosperity. Wait, can you hear that? Oh, of course I know that sound. The pitch, frequency, volume, bass, and treble. Oh, it's about to be some trouble. Someone rang the bell. You know, the sound of anarchy, the rumble of concrete heroes fighting against the forces of evil disguised as government bailouts or life rafts in this sea of uncertainty. The tone, high enough to break your glass ceilings and petty reflectionless greed, donating pennies to build more broken homes and fund more journeys for more dreams deferred. Savoring the flavor of true victory, plundering futures like time-traveling abusers. Poaching the delight from our dreams. Is this fantasy or did you feel that? That strength, passion, hurt, hope, and hunger to go beyond what your imagination can imagine. Reconstruct your possibilities of time, deconstruct your matrix of weightless giants with the brightest of inks, harvested from distant stars, forged into brilliance and supercharged with the most humbling feeling anyone could feel. This is the taste of poetry, the succulent decadence of it all, oozing down the sweetest slides of the greatest adventures ever written. Scarlet streaked skies on lost horizons, sipping inspiration from the cradle of concentration, partaking of the essence of champions, unwilling to conform to the confines of space and pages, painted Van Gogh scriptures, Pollock prophecies, or Da Vinci Fibonacci sequence of events that led us to this very moment, this very spot. If I'm tuned in correctly, yes, census check complete, go, we're a go, quantum leap, phase 1 complete. Peace from Elemental.
Woo! Genius. All right, I heard that. I felt that. Fibonacci alignment and all that.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that, y'all. I love y'all, all y'all. Pandemic poets, New Yo, all day long. I appreciate all y'all, the energy, the love, peace, and blessings, man. Indeed.
You keep writing that new shit, and I'll see you next week. Thank you.
Indeed. My bruja in the building. Peace.
Baby. Woo! All right. Greg Michaels, what's good? What's good with Greg? What's Greg bringing to the
Hey, buenas noches.
Hey, hello there, sir.
Urban legends. I have 2 short legends that'll fit into 4 minutes, but it says my internet connection is unstable, so we'll see. Maybe a son of a gun. May 12th, 1863 was the day of a battle between the blue and the gray when a young Union soldier got in the way of a bullet that shot through his testicle. He got help from a medic that he was hurting like hell. Off in the distance, they heard a faint yell. The bullet had lodged in a sweet Southern belle, in her womb, if you want to get technical. The shot planted his seed and began to reshape her. This marvel was written up in a scholarly paper by the attendant field surgeon named L.G. Capers. Life grew from ballistic inception. Tell us who did this, her parents kept urging. She stuck to her story that she was a virgin. This were confirmed by the Confederate surgeon. Immaculate was her conception. The gal met the Yankee whose baby she carried. They soon fell in love, and then they got married. He stayed with his family till the day he was buried. For a miracle that shooting had done. Them were our nation's most god-awful days. Brother killing brother, blues against grays. The Lord had done work in mysterious ways to unite warring tribes with a son. Now, Dr. Capers, the Confederate colonel, reported this case in a medical journal about a Civil War projectile active paternal. Had his peers and his editors been had? The doc later claimed that he wrote it in fun, but the medical world swore the deed had been done. If you ask me, little grandchild, that son of a gun was your grandpappy's great-great-granddad. Thank you. Now we got Flash. Sherry kissed her husband Rob as he caught the train to a brand new job. She wished him luck and kissed him twice, but she wanted to do something extra nice. So Sherry decided to flash. There weren't much chance of her arrest. Besides, she did have really nice breasts. But Tim was driving by the station. He saw her and lost concentration, and that's when his taxi crashed. Medical building was the accident scene, where Brian was in the chair having teeth cleaned. Pam, the hygienist, was getting a floss when the cap smashed in and his chair got tossed, and into her fingers he gnashed. Ryan suffered from badly torn gums. Pam lost 2 fingers and a thumb. Tim was diagnosed with whiplash. Bricks fell on Sherry and her head got bashed, all because she decided to flash. But Rob spent the day at his new workplace with a great big smile all over his face. He learned his new job with no trouble at all. He was glad, up until the hospital called, that Sherry decided to flash. Thank you very much.
All right. The urban cowboy poet, right? Is that correct?
The urban cowboy poet. Urban legend. Urban legend, cowboy poet style.
Yeah, that's how you do it. He even made a Confederate doctor reference and everything. How much more historic folk tale do you want? Thank you.
That's the oldest one. It might have been the origin of the phrase "son of a gun," actually.
Oh, you heard
Written
it.
up in 1873,
Oh my,
1874, something like that.
thank you so much for that. I love it. Son of a gun, giving you
Son of a gun.
origin folk poetry. I love it. Thank you so much. Super damn cool, man. That was like poetic porn, but of the 1800s, Marissa.
Huh? Oh.
Okay, let's go to the Boogie Down Bronx and hear from my girl Rosalind Diaz. Let's go, Roz. Unmute.
Hey everyone.
Hey.
I'm glad to be here. I'm about to share some new shit. I just wrote it today.
Yes.
And it's called capital B, capital R. The title will make sense later on. Privilege. Definition. A special right, advantage, or immunity granted or available only to a particular person or group. Exemplified live, all over the news. White supremacy, you are not the shark that bites, but the water that fills the lungs of those who cannot swim. You are the anchor tied to the ankles of those fighting a losing battle because of the color of their skin. You are the terms that dress the wolves in sheep's clothing, redlining, stop and frisk, 3/5 compromise, gentrification, all justifications for discrimination, the poison of our nation. A nation that demands that we can't be both angry and righteous. Rules that apply to just us, implied injustice. This country was built on tainted ground, rules and soil fertilized by the blood of our ancestors, claim to have discovered land that was never missing, and yet the laws favor you. May we fight for the day that this isn't true, that when Black people riot, a new hashtag is born, another prick from the thorn, from the flowers left by a mural. White people riot, and all of a sudden, we embody the land of the free, and miraculously, police officers remember that excessive force is not always necessary. What a fucking slap to the face. To anyone with just a bit more spice, a little more pop, a little more beauty in their shade. Privilege gives you permission to hang from the Capitol and live to tell your story. Capital, the only capitals I believe in are capital B for bullshit that needs to end, capital R for revolution that needs to happen. Privilege is not having a bullet with your name on it. Privilege is your right to cry because Black is the new orange and you're mad about it, yet somehow your tantrum is justified. That is white privilege. America has failed yet again, both now and then, in justice and sorrow. But let's not forget to fight for a better tomorrow. End poem.
Oh, yes, Roz. Woo! I love it. Thank you so much for that. Snap, snap, snaps all around.
Thank you guys so much.
Woo-hoo-hoo. I love it.
Through her big brown eyes, don't forget, guys. Love you so much.
Yeah, through her big brown eyes, you see her world, and I love it. Thank you. Mwah. So beautifully all the time. Okay, let's go with Emily Cordes. Let's see what's good with Emily. What's Emily bringing to the table?
Ew, hey, how's everyone doing, or rather holding up?
Oh, good. It's great to see you. How you feeling?
Just trying to stay afloat amidst it all, as we all are. I got two pieces of new shit for the new year.
Ooh,
and both of these are inspired by other poets. This first one is I got Rudy Francisco's anthology Helium as a Christmas gift, and I just breezed right through it. So this one is inspired by him, called Baseball Bat. I wield self-judgment like a baseball bat held by a deranged Harley Quinn, pretending it's a Louisville slugger meant to send my curveballs flying or smash the knees of self-indulgence, when really it's a weapon for the riot in my head, stashed under the bed and grabbed in panic at the slightest echo, knocking teeth from each true statement, shattering my soul's storefronts till they gape like blackened eyes. But each morning I put on makeup, joke about my clumsy bruises, find the broom and sweep away the diamond shards of, well, it could be worse. And this next one is called Unsilent Nights. So this is an Otis poem from when Otis poem is, for those who don't know, it's where another poet gives you a challenge of 12 words and you're supposed to incorporate them into each line of your poem. And the very final line is all 12 words. This was given to me by one of our own, Trisha De Jesus, who is not here tonight, but I hope she's watching the recording. Trisha, thanks a lot for this. Mad props to you. Okay, Unsilent Nights. Moonlit nights too piercing to be calm, hark to unseen angels' silent songs. Though able to see beauty in the darkness, the seduction of this solitude, still fear, buzzes through my veins like too strong coffee, a reminder of how we are marked from birth, for lives at turns lugubrious and joyful, even as we hold our candles lit, livid bright against the coming cold, and strike our chords like harps against the gloom. When once I would have ran to flee this truth, I hang these words like ornaments in the arboretum of my mind. Moonlit, hark, able, seduction, coffee, marked, lugubrious, lit, livid, harp, ran, arboretum. Thank you.
Oh my God. Emily, you know you're brilliant and you're a genius and you just taught me some shit. All right. Yes. I love it with that Otis poem. Finn Bell, right?
Yes, Finn Bell, Trisha. I think she's hosting another mic actually right now, Pacific time. I may try to hop on to that. But yeah, show her some love too, because she's amazing.
It sure is. And so are you.
Thank you. Mwah.
Emily representing to the fullest. All right, let's hear from Say He Joe. Unmute. Here we go.
Good evening. Thanks for having me back.
Yes, good to see you.
Dark shit for you guys. This is a prose piece called I Am I. What do you see when you look at me? You see the length of my hair, the color of my skin, the makeup on my face, the ink on my body, the weight of my frame, and my fancy degree from a prestigious university. And immediately you judge me. You think I've got it made. You think daddy pays my rent and mommy cooks for me. You think I'm safe and sound around a giant family. Or you approach me on the streets and say, Konnichiwa, ni hao ma, annyeonghaseyo. And you expect me to reply in a low, submissive voice, barely looking at your eyes. Or you think I'm the quiet one in class, or the one too shy to speak up in work meetings. Or you think I'm a slut because of my makeup and tattoos, and you think it's okay to harass me and abuse me because you think I'm too scared, too afraid to follow Title IX, to speak up for myself. Well, I'm here to say, ain't nobody got time for that. Because I am none of that. I am not a delicate fucking flower. I'm not part of a culture that you think I'm a part of. I'm not part of any culture. I am my own culture. I am here to defy stereotypes. I am here to have a voice. Because I have stories that only I can tell. Now, in order to get to know me, we need to start with the roots. So let me take you back in time and tell you a true story. My grandmother was a gold digger. It was a hot summer day in 1943 when it was a curse for her to be born. Her own mother abused her. You could find strands of her hair scattered on the floor with upturned dinner tables, bleeding flesh on shattered dishes, sulking in gritty poverty. But then she became a woman. At 13, she found power in making that boy down the street blush when he saw her in her lemon polka dot dress. She felt desire to be admired, to be adored, to be lusted after. It was the birth of the snake. At 19, she married the tallest, most handsome boy in town who played music and juggled hearts. He felt triumphant in winning the most beautiful girl in town. All the women in the village despised her, green with envy. They were twisted, malicious, and threw beetles in her hair. Even her husband's family ghosts choked her in her sleep. But behind closed doors, her husband became the moon. He was a storm, a typhoon of alcohol and sweat, hormones and rage. He beat her with his fists and slammed her against the walls. Then he grabbed his own children, hung them upside down, and beat them with his belt. Every day, she was the breadwinner. She carried the weight of her sales and of her suffering on her head, with one child on her back and another at her side. And every night she came home to her husband, who had a different whore in the bedroom, whom he dangled in front of her face until he beat her again to see her cowering in fear. In the mornings, she would look at herself in the mirror, at her swollen face and her broken body and her shattered dignity, and cried silently. Until one particularly bloody day, she decided to break free. It was this or her life. She left behind her own children, promising them that she would be back. She cursed her husband and packed her bags and ran away as fast as she could and didn't turn back. She searched for a safe place where she could be free, where she could be adored, admired, and lusted after again, a place where she could be new. So she crossed the oceans and came to the land of the free, onto an island called New York, for redemption. Thank you.
Wow, yes. Say he Joe with that dark tale. We love it. Thank you so much for sharing yourself, your truth, and your own culture, your own being. I love it.
Thank you for listening.
Celebrate that. Mwah! Yes, live it, love it, do it. And don't you stop. Okay, now we're gonna go with Joy Gales, AKA Just Joy. Unmute Joy, let's go.
Hi, everybody. Thank you. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you. How you doing tonight?
Good, good. Thank you. This is my first time on Thursdays. I've been to Mondays a couple times. So I'm just ready to go. It seems like the theme is new shit, but I don't have anything new. So I'm gonna do a poem. It's about a year old. And it's actually called Currently. So here we go. They keep killing all our activists, and we steady acting as if that shit don't really matter. Yet we really rarely hear any chatter about those missing babies in Tanzania or the due process denied to Mumia. There's no talk about the 30,000 Nigerians that fled Boko Haram, but they expect us to remain patient and calm as Russia plot and interfere with this upcoming 2020 election. They're trying to convince us that this wall is for our own protection. They're trying to do anything they can to make America great again, like take us back to a time way back when we ain't have no rights, when we ain't have a voice, back to a time when we were powerless to make a choice. But now, somehow they convinced us that we free, but yet we unilaterally lack financial literacy. We systematically suppressed by the laws of the Black codes. We mentally stagnated, affected by the new Jim Crow. Meanwhile, the Chinese taking over countries in Africa and Black churches still burning down in America. There's hardly any mention of all the prostitution going on in Syria. They just expect us to remain uneducated and inferior. Classic Willie Lynch syndrome, control the mind state of the Negro. Then they expect us to compete against each other instead of how to elevate and grow. See, you got to understand, right, that the news doesn't tell you what to think about. It just gives you something to think about. But the lack of self-knowledge is always going to keep us left out. We have to cohesively have a seat at the table. We have to jointly defy the stereotypes and labels. We got to sit at the table and affect change. We got to do something different, like invest in the stock exchange. Let's talk about group economics and Black power. Or better yet, let's talk about the importance of the Black dollar. Thank you.
Yes, Joy, Just Joy, creating that narrative internationally. I love it. Brilliant. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you came on to Thursday night. I don't get jealous the way that Advocate of Words gets jealous. I don't think you should tell him you were here. He loves to you know, he loves to have his Monday night poets just to himself. But alas, our love here is like sunshine. There's enough for everybody. All right. And speaking of sunshine and love for everybody, let's hear from Joski C, who is under Christina's page. So I'm going to ask to unmute on Christina's page. And Joski C.
Hola, bruja.
Boom.
I see you're ready.
Yes, of course. We're all ready for you, Joski.
Hello to everyone. I also have some new shit. This is called Herd. A pack of wolves, a flock of geese, a crowd of humans shoot the breeze. A carefree virus surfs on breath, culling the herd, bringing us death. We ain't no herd, expendable lives, just we ain't no herd, ripe for the slaughter. We ain't no herd, grief like a virus. We ain't no herd, over the land, just we ain't no herd, hide behind lies and we ain't no herd, simply pretend you're, we ain't no herd. Better than science, pandemic president. Here come the herd, come to your rally. Here come the herd, whip to a frenzy. Here come the herd, run to the Congress. Here come the herd, storming like Nazis. Here come the herd, buying the cruelty. Here come the herd of the kidnapper. Here come the herd, science don't matter, pandemic president. It's more than negligence. Tell your lies, scheme your planning. The evidence is damning. We ain't no herd, premeditation. We ain't no herd to murder the nation. Haven't you heard? We ain't no herd. Trump's herd immunity is murder in every degree. Tell your lies, scheme your planning. The evidence is damning. Pandemic president. Each for all, everyone. Put on your mask, stay in your home, take your best shot, a shot in the arm. Help keep us all safer from harm. Each for all, everyone. Thank you.
Yes, Joski C. We ain't no herd.
Yeah. There you go.
I love it. Thank you for your new shit, for your guitar licks, for all of it,
Oh, thank you, Bruja, and thank you. Love to everyone.
Much love to you. Yes. All right. Let's see what's good with Ron M. Trankler asking to unmute.
Hey, La Brua. Well, what's good with me? Joski just mentioned to put our face mask on. Look what I got. I don't know if you. I bought that last month and it finally arrived in the mail today. So this is how I'm supporting the cafe. I love this mess, It's
That
cool.
is fabulous. I don't even have one of those, Ron.
Hey, you work for the cafe. They should give it to you. I'll send you mine.
You're so sweet. You enjoy it and you wear it in good health.
I will. And La Brua, by the way, you are amazing. Last week's New Year's Eve's, open mic, Advocate and you. I told Advocate on Monday, you two are the new either Regis or Kathy Lee or Sunny and Cher. That's. But I loved it. This is what a great way. Every New Year I want to spend together with everyone here. This was such a special event. You guys did so great.
Ron, you're just the sweetest. It was moving for me too. Believe me, it meant the world to me for all of us to be together in that way. It really was. Especially, thank you for that acknowledgement. You're just an absolute dear.
Well, thank you. All right, so here's my poem, Live Life Fully. Last year, I heard people complain when the world went up in a smoke screen. I'm so bored, I heard them say. I don't know what to do in quarantine. We cannot meet people. We cannot go outside. What are we going to do with ourselves? We're all going to be fried. Well, sorry, I had to mute them. They did not help me. I needed to get out of my own depression. I needed to be free. I needed to get on with my life. I wanted to surround myself with optimists, with people who protested but saw the light and believed that there will be better politics. I needed to hear from friends who saw the good, who knew that we could become stronger. Through all of the trials we had to endure, I could not wait any longer. So I found a new community on my computer screen, my new friends at the New Regan Poets Cafe. I now dearly treasure Mondays and Thursdays. They are my badly needed virtual buffet. My new family here in Zoom gets me through each week. And when terrorists attack our democracy, trust me, the following day, today, we will loudly speak. So my advice is live life fully. The world will go on. Don't let it spoil by a bully. The dictatorship will be gone. A new era will start in 2 weeks. The pandemic will also eventually end. A new health will come and do its sweeps. So that was it. Another brief, not so perfect poem I wrote and presented here tonight. But I hope, as always, I made your evening and your spirits a bit more bright. The end.
Oh, Ron, you did. You made me teary and misty. Thank you so much. That was so fabulous.
You're welcome, and thank you for keep hosting and for bringing us together every week. Yeah, I appreciate you.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you. Mwah! Ron, bringing all the love and all the truth and all the honesty and all the heartfelt just joy. And I just love it. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Advocate in words and me as Sunny and Cher. That's great. Thank you. I'm gonna let him know that he's not in here today, but I'm gonna make him watch this. I'm gonna make him.
Thank you.
Oh, he just entered the room. Oh.
Well, he heard me say it on Monday, so he it's okay.
Oh, do that. Okay, Ron. Peace and love. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go with Mr. Speaker Sears. But I see I want to shout out Advocate of Words, our Monday night open mic host. You're going to live a long time because your name was just spoken and you were given another name. They called Ron called us the Sunny and Cher. And I love Cher. And I love Sunny too. Advocate is here, but we're gonna let's hear from James, Mr. Speaker Sears. Let Advocate of Words, get settled, and then we'll hear from him too. Mr. Speaker, art thou thereth?
Thou art heareth.
Oh, in the Nuyorican poet's background.
Yes. So, who was the first, as requested? Who was the first? Shouts out to Mr. Amiri Baraka. Who was the first? Who was the first to be taken? Who was the first to be tricked? Who was the first to be deceived? Who was the first to be placed upon that ship? Who was the first to die while afloat? Who was the first to be thrown over the boat? Who was the first to make it to this new land? Who was the first to be sold on a auction stand? Who was the first to be raped? Who was the first to be called nigger? Who was the first to be beaten? Who was the first to be killed by the taskmaster's trigger? Who was the first to suffer castration? What country taught Hitler all about discrimination? Who was the first to deal with family separation? Who was the first to die from a false allegation? Who was the first to be free, got the right to vote and the right to purchase land? Who was the first to be educated, truly appreciated, and treated like 100% of a man? Who was the first to suffer mutilization? Who was the first to be denied a graduation? I do not know the answers to the questions I pose to you. I wonder how our forefathers would feel if they knew your voting rights went unused. Sometimes it's hard for people to face this, but the freest country in the world just might be the most racist. In peace.
Yes. You brought the name of an absolute poetic revolutionary icon, Amiri Baraka, that I had the absolute privilege of sitting in a diner across from him, eating a meal in Massachusetts after a gig. And it was like sitting with Yoda. Bless his spirit. Thank you for speaking his name and who was the first. Thank you, James, Mr. Speaker Sears, repping the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. Thank you. So, Advocate of Words, are you here? Unmute yourself real quick before we go. I'm asking to unmute you. Are you there? No? Okay. I don't know why that's not working. So, Amiri Baraka's son is like the mayor of Newark. Got to meet him. He gave me an award one time. Well, let's go with who was it that oh my God, why is Advocate not talking? Come on, Sonny, share with us. All right, let's see. Well, let's go to Daniel Olson. Can you unmute, Daniel?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, so I got two pieces to share tonight. My name's Daniel. You can follow me on Tumblr. A Poetic Cookie is my poetry name.
All right, I like cookies. Bring it on.
So this first one is called Hail to the Kalashnikov Kids. I was the war, and the war was I, watching the Kalashnikov kids bear arms, saluting the leaders, ready for the imminent violence to spread in the streets. I was the war, and the war was I. Violence all around, ready to fight in our cities and our streets, the pounding concussions, the video game effect passionately keeping our war within us. I could see the Kalashnikov kids. The TV screens kept no secrets of the deaths, only of the motivations. I could see the rifles of my war, the rifles my father paid for with each day fighting for our wealth. I was the war, and the war was I. To pick up the rifle, to move forward, a bullet to the head, to the chest, to the heart of our nation, where the war carried sweet poetry to the hearts of our countrymen. The war was us and we were the war. Too few the Kalishnikov kids carried into our lives, the movies, the games, the artificial strength of will that carried with it how the war was us. I was the war, and the war was I. Join the fight, my children. History will only be told with blood. Peace on the back doors of politics. Politics for blood to be saved until the money ran out. Through the screens of deceit, I became the war by the testament of the Kalishnikov kids. He salutes for his nation. A salute I was deemed a coward for never giving. Where be the rifle? The gauge flipped off for no more games, no more tireless nights of waiting for war to come. I was becoming the war, and the war was becoming I. A concussion to forget, a concussion to forgive. Kids carrying the plastic toys of my future, telling time with each malicious smile. Too few the wars were out of lust until I killed the first Kalishnikov kid. I had become the war, and the war had become I. That's the first one. And then this second one doesn't have a title, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Treason be lost and treason be damned. Too few the treason falls back upon. What flags did our fathers raise no more? I learned of treason long before I knew the meaning of my nation. I learned of my nation long before I knew the meaning of my people. Fret for those who betray causes of fragile faculty, of kings and queens, of the financial gods we bow to. Flags could not wave unless the song be sung. Wars could not be waged unless bells were rung. Treason be lost and treason be damned. I knew nothing of the treason we spoke of, only that I had to care for the news of treason afar and the treason within our borders. To learn no more of art, only that the artist were the traitors with the words of kind betrayal. To speak wisdom to the speeded traitors may cause the foundations to collapse, the harbors of our ship to lose complacency. No greater betrayal could the singer choose than to fight for freedom they were never given. Treason be lost and treason be damned. Far away once lived traitors with mild faces. Now only in the realm of the liberal sanctions could the traitors find their safe haven. I know so little of the traitors they speak of. I only know that hatred was given by the hands that feed my family. So be it now the traitors drive malice into my neighbors and I. Thank you.
Daniel, wow, thank you. People are wondering, where have you been? Where did you come from? Thank you for joining us on this Thursday night. Wow, speaking of traitors and war and all of that from your perspective, I thank you. Let's unmute Advocate of Words real quick, our Monday night open mic host, the one that brought in the new year with me and you and the New Yorican. I'm trying to unmute you. There you are.
Yeah, I'm unmuted. How are you? How's your vacation going? Going on another vacation. Like you on another level, Bruja. Like you just, I thought you was my sis. Like break it down. How are you doing this? You making moves.
Oh, I'm not on vacation. Actually, my abuelita has dementia and she's being put into a home. So I came to Puerto Rico to help her and to be present for her as much as I can to help her acclimate back into Puerto Rico. She's been in Texas since Hurricane Maria.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and and I'm just trying to be a good granddaughter, and of course make the most of paradise. I cannot front. Come on.
Of course. Of course.
Puerto Rico, that's why Puerto Rico is so coveted, because it's absolute paradise. But I'm here representing for the Rican part of the New York.
And you got out just in time.
What?
So
I landed and
I don't know if you heard, but it was quite festive in the country's capital. I don't want to, spoiler alert, I don't want to ruin anything in case no one's heard anything yet.
No, I caught word. The three kings brought me some words, you know what I mean? And I was like, I saw the light of the star. I was like, oh shit, look at this. But I feel like, this is what the death of white supremacy looks like. It's chaos, it's ugly, it's ignorant, and
I don't know if it's the death of it, but I don't know if it's going to be the death of it, But it definitely was something because you saw immediately, all of a sudden, Trump was like, all right, listen, I'm out. Everything's going to be cool. Like he pulled a 180. Did you see the video that came out?
Nope.
He put out a video, I think about 7 o'clock or so, something today. And he was just like, there's going to be a peaceful transition. Listen, y'all, I'm leaving. Da-da. He's still probably going to do some dirt before he out. But he put out this video that he said, I concede. He conceded in words, just in words, you know, but
of course, can't trust a damn thing he says. And, but you know, it may not be the death itself, but it is dying. This is what the death, it's a slow death, but it's rearing its, you know, it's like its last claws, you know, and I'm here for it. I'm here
and
for
further revealing itself.
Absolutely.
It's publicly things that a lot of us already knew. Now it's being shown to the world. So like this is probably its last, I hope it's its last like hurrah. It's like, no, we're dying. Let me reach out one more. But all right, I'm sorry. I didn't want to get political. I'm sorry. You know, let the poets get to it.
It's either pornography or politics in this room.
Last thing I'm gonna say is I saw the pictures on your Instagram and now I'm seeing it now. Your hair looks fantastic. You look gorgeous as always, Bruja. You've never aged. You know, you a Wolverine. That's what people don't know. La Bruja is Wolverine, yo. She has looked this way for the past 250 years. She was around before this country was formed. But you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't even know. She like Wolverine. She never ages. Go look at old pictures of Bruja. Go ahead. Gonna find a picture from her from 1878 and she looks exactly the same, yo. Just saying.
Yo, did you hear Ron said that you and I are like Sonny and Cher? Did you catch that? I love that.
I did.
I got you, babe.
There you go. I got you, babe. I love you, sis.
Love you.
I'm looking forward to the rest of the poets and performers. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. And make sure you guys visit on Monday night. You know, Joy is usually on Monday. She came to Thursday. If you're usually on Thursday, go to Monday. It's strictly poetry on Monday. Here it's all styles welcome, but both nights are amazing. Okay, so before we had Advocate of Words, we were gonna go to, is it Rose Gold? Are we going to Rose Gold Poet? Under Christine? Oh my God, I lost track of what I was doing. Let's see what's good. Is it Rose Gold? Let me know in the, no, wait, what? It was Nicole. Oh man, I may be Wolverine, but I just, I blanked out. Is it Rose Gold? Jennifer, yeah. Nicole is going to share. Oh, I thought it was, no, Rose Gold texted me that she's under Nicole's name. Is that correct? Ay. Somebody help me. Advocate of Words. Let me unmute you.
I'm here, Liberta.
There it is. I'm gonna mute myself. Rose Gold 2020.
Oh, hello.
All right, sorry for the confusion, folks. I'm going to turn off the video because my Zoom doesn't have the best connection. And I want to thank you so much for this platform. Can I be heard or is it choppy? It's all right? Cool.
I hear you.
All right, thank you. The piece I wrote when I was in San Francisco, and it's called When the War's Over. Where will we sleep? Where will we go? You took our blocks, our streets, and our stores. They were ours before you moved in, before you sat down at our corner cafe and started complaining. Why stay in SF if you don't even like it? It's beautiful, yes, everyone knows that. But you need a better reason to stay. If you have nothing to give, please go away. Hard to imagine the way San Francisco used to be before it got diluted by your company emblem on everything. It's strange and tight, like a virus that won't unstick. Oh my God, he smells So sad. Your next complaint. The homeless in San Francisco, I mean, was actually temporarily displaced. Operative word, temporary. That goes for you too. March 2020, shelter in place. COVID-19 moved into our bodies and our real estate. Staying home, but where do we go? You live in our house. We don't own it anymore. Home. Now that's an interesting word. Bullying would be the more precise term. When I look up, you look down, touch your phone, swipe card, Postmates, and Zone. You order in everything, anything you want, and if your delivery person is 2 minutes late, you don't tip at all. By April, your delivery person is rebranded essential worker and hero, the ones who save our day. Doug McMillan with love, your Walmart CEO. Bullshit. Heroes, wear your masks and gloves, hand sanitizer all over, but where will heroes go when the war's over? Flatten the curve, flatten the disease, terrified of corona, but more afraid of your company. You know, when you die, you can't have anything of that with you, not your laptop and not your phone, only the magic, compassion, empathy, and love. Everybody stop moving. Feel the magic stuff. It's everywhere for all of us. Hey, how much is your poem? You hang in my sunlight while I sit writing on the curb. It's by donation, I say. I'm just spreading the word. Place a $5 into the bucket, then slip my poems into your pocket. Stop red corner. You're yearning for some love. You take out my poetry and read some magic stuff. Brings flutter in your stomach. It's called inspiration. Heroes will always share love for free or by donation in San Francisco. Thank you.
Rose Gold 2020, thank you.
Rose Gold 2020, thank you.
So apparently there's 2 Rose Golds and I got confused, but thank you, Rose Gold, for sharing your poetry with us today. Okay, now let's hear from Bill Elkins. I'm asking to unmute Bill.
Hi, LaBrua. How are you?
I am well. Good to see you, Bill.
I'm sorry I missed the New Year's gig, but I was a little under the weather.
Are you feeling better?
Yeah, better. Yeah. I'll live. I like to do a cover song. It's a song written by Sandy Denny, a singer-songwriter from the UK. She's no longer with us, but she was with Fairport Convention and some other bands. Anyway, it's a standard that I think a lot of artists have covered. It's called "Who Knows Where the Time Goes." Hope you like it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Across the evening sky, all the birds are leaving, but how can they know it's time for them to go? Before the winter fire, I will still be dreaming. I have no thought of time. For who knows where the time goes? Who knows where the time goes? Sad deserted shore, your fickle friends are leaving. But then you know it's It's time for them to go. But I'll still stay here. I had no thought of leaving. I do not count time. For who knows where the time goes? Who knows where the time goes? And I am not alone. While my love is near me, I know it will be so, till it's time to go. So come the storms of winter, and then the birds in spring again. I have no fear of time. For who knows how my love grows, and who knows where the time goes. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La la. Thank you.
All right. Bill.
It's a good song.
Good song, good rendition. I'm glad that you're feeling better. Your microphone got a little you had a little
Yeah, I'm not hearing you very well either. Wow, we have to talk to Apple about that.
take that vitamin, make sure that you stay healthy.
Yes, I shall. Thank you.
California, Bill Elkins. But now let's go all the way to Japón, Japan, Poetaku. Asking to unmute.
Oh, wait.
Poetaku, I've been.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Long time to see, bruh.
I know, long time to see, man.
Oh, in my college day for a long time ago, I managed in American literature. I read Mark Twain, Hemingway, Bowen, Whitman, Toni Morrison. I learned a lot from America, so I respect America, love America, and of course, New Yorker Poets Cafe.
Woohoo!
So my gratitude, I will take you all and to the ancient time to Japan. It's a poetry card game for New Year's Day, 100人一首. Here, 100 poets, one verse each, one verse tanka. Tonight, I will show you three poems. I translated them in poetic way, a simple poetry. Of course, I added the English subtitles, Japan and English, Japan English. I hope you like it. Right. Wait. Verse 7. Nakamaru Abe, poet, died abroad, Tang, China. Amanohara, look up at the vast sky. 振り裂け見れば Moon shining beautifully 春が鳴る Mount Mikasa in 春日 far away 三笠の山に Illuminated in the same way いでし月かも Oh my mother country いでし月かも Oh, my mother country. Second one, verse 9, Komachi Ono, the beauty Ono, famous poet です。花の色は Watching a long rain 移りにけりな The color of flowers fading いたずらに I used to be proud of my beauty 我が身世に降る When I was blooming 眺めせしまに But now I am wilting 眺めせしまに But now I am wilting. Last one, verse 43, Atstada, the Imperial Advisor, AD 906. 愛見ての The first affair 後の心に Especially with a sweetheart 比べれば I always wanted 昔はものを Makes the old longing 思わざりけり Seem like nothing 思わざりけり Seem like nothing. He was a playboy. Thanks so much. 100人一首 100 poets, one verse.
Thank you. Poeta Kuo in Japón, thank you. It was excellent. Fabulous. The visuals, the Japan English.
Japan English.
With Spanish vowels, because we have the same
Spanish. Yeah. Thanks so much.
Thank you. So happy to have you share with us. I'm glad you came into this Thursday night. I've been waiting for you.
Hey, I love America. I love New York and Poets Cafe. See you next.
See you next time. That was excellent. Great.
Thanks so much.
What can you ask for? Such creativity. So fabulous. Okay. And Advocate of Words giving us some absolute gems in the chat. He said that Japan started the improv movement way before hip hop's freestyling, and they used to have poetry battles with tankas back in the 9th century. Advocate of Words, thank you for that. And what was the other gem you dropped? Because of the haiku and tanka, many poets from Japan and the USA tried to end the war via collective poetry. It is why the haiku became popular in this country. Thank you, Advocate of Words, for those gems. And if you thought that what it is that we do here wasn't strong and powerful and ever transformational, you are highly mistaken. We are following in some amazing footsteps because us poets, we create the narrative for the world to live into. And that's why you're seeing so much transformation, because you cannot stop the love, the light. You cannot stop it. Okay, so now after Poeta Ku, we had Catman Bill. So let's hear what the other Bill in the room has to say. Catman Bill.
Good evening, La Bruja. Again, nice to see you.
Always a pleasure, Catman.
So I was trying to determine what to perform tonight, and I thought it was appropriate enough to perform a song called Blue Days. I like the sunshine every day, even like the rains of early May. Cold winds are fine on a winter's day. Want it all to stay this way. One thing I don't like, and you could guess, the ass in the White House making a mess. There are good people and bad ones wherever you go. Just seems like the bad ones are stealing the show. They'll twist and shout, make others scream. Their deeds are causing a horrible swing. I like the sunshine every day, even like the rains of early May. Cold winds are fine on a winter's day. I want it all to stay this way. You've been sold a high price bill of goods. They'll turn all your friends into mean ugly hoods. You'll say he's done nothing wrong at all, then put you in detention halls. One thing I don't like, and you could guess, the ass in the White House making a mess. I like the sunshine every day, even like the rains of early May. Cold winds are fine on a winter's day. I want it all to stay this way. A Trump sandwich is made out of white bread. It's full of bologna and Russian Trotsky. Day and night, it's what we're fed. He tweets and he feeds us more lay dead. I like the sunshine every day, even like the rains of early May. Cold winds are fine on a winter's day. Want it all to stay this way. I want it all to stay this way.
Catman Bill, that's one nasty sandwich.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And by the way, I just happen to have a book that I wrote about him. And much of what I said in this book has come to pass, but there are still a few secrets that have yet to be revealed. So the book is can be found on Amazon and any other platform online, and hope you get it.
Yeah, get that book on some Nostradamus tip. Catman Bill predicting the tantrums of the lunatic that is Donald Trump. Thank you for that. Thank you. That was so cool. I love that, the white bread with the bologna in it. And then John added that it also has a small pickle. Thank you, Catman Bill.
You're welcome. La Bruja.
Yes. Dun, da, dun, da, 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 da. Okay, let's see who's up next. After that sandwich. Oh, who we have? It's none other than Ray Jane. Let's unmute Queen Ray Jane.
What's up?
Hey, gorgeous.
What's going on, sexy lady?
Here, good to see you.
Likewise, my dear. Always a pleasure to see you and to be seen. Feel me? Okay. All right. So this is a reaction to all the madness. Thank you, New Eurekan, for a place for our activism. This is called Georgia's on My Mind. Raise your hand if you're surprised. Numb to the bull, those at bottom bat no eye. We've been bathing in America's lies. Y'all come on in now. Ain't y'all the ones that said the water was fine? For it seems patriotism just took a piss on the American dream. Headlines saying crazy things, odd phrases like American democracy. We guffaw at the hypocrisy, as if democracy ever needed an adjective for it to live, unless not meant to be free. Wait, shh. According to CNN correspondents, another headline said rioters unleashed. Final piece to dark truths erupting in deafening tweets. Which American eagles are these? Whose mares is this? We ask to those clothed in privilege. That's your people? Nah, cause they just set some shit on fire yelling that it was your steeple. They throwing tantrums cloaked in coups, crapping on everything like babies do, so easy to name them they. But they look like you. Where Maury at? Cause every time they sue, we 99.9% sure they daddy is you. So allies, please, get your kids. Wait, shh. Just scrolled up and saw the most ridiculous game of cops and robbers, but I couldn't tell who was who. Enough shouting about law and order, cause Capitol Hill looking real HBCU-ish quick. Somebody call the authorities, they got a minority in the Senate. Hold up, wait, sis, that's just the Republicans. It's getting real interesting in a way that only mirrors do. You better pull down your slips, sis. The whole world is watching you, wondering how it feels to find out you're a cannibal. When the full moon rises over this land and the hungry are revealed as animals. When Black WAP revives you again, them drums sound in the key of Abrams, the unsullied rise in this winter, answering anti-Antifas with their own war knock, wondering how a government can claim to protect when they can't even keep the door locked. Those born in the space between aperture and the floor, oiling the hinges of that swinging door, rise to traverse and reclaim our frame, standing by, standing down, while hate makes plain that God shall not be mocked. We watch, we sit, real still, unable to untwist grill when nooses and rubber bullets finally become de-escalation drills. When there ain't enough Black lives to kill, the blue hue is getting real ill, and in the chaos, the numb still shout for relief from bills. Demanding those with continuous muttering of myths provide the evidence for evaporated racism in the clear presence of uncanny arrogance, the likes of which reverberates through the American skeleton like shell-shocked poles come apart like sea, the people casting votes to invoke the Barbary, pirating the hopes of white supremacy. Hilariously, the blind scream, horrified as their masks shatter for all to see. Super spreaders sounding real super predatorish to we. Got Mayor Brandon Scott like Shorty. Pull your mask up. You're coughing up all our glory. Conspiracies on ventilators too. People dying, Shorty. Wondering what we're being distracted from while they're out there playing cool. But like I said in the beginning, raise your hand if you shocked. Better yet, raise your hand if you're not. Thank you.
Ooh, and that's why I call her Queen Ray Jane. Woo! Yes, 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 yes. All I could say is yes, Ray Jane. Brilliant, brilliant Queen Ray Jane. Thank you, thank you. Look at all the love you're getting in the chat. You're blowing Marissa's minds, and you know she loves to get blown.
Who doesn't? So if you guys would like to get more, you can follow me or come and see more about me on itsrayjane.com. It's always a pleasure. Keep your eyes open, pay attention.
Yes, and write it all down. Mwah! Ray Jane doing it big. You already know. You know already. Yes, it's rayjane.com and you will know even more. All right, let's go with Deanne Hill asking to unmute. Am I saying it correctly? Is it Deanne?
Yes, most people call me Ma Dukes though.
All right, Ma Dukes, what's good?
My first time here on Thursday night. I just been on Monday night once or twice, so getting to meet all you new folks.
Welcome, 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 Ma Dukes. I'm excited to hear you.
Thank you. I have a piece called Belonging. Longing to belong plays across souls. Melancholy song tugging at heartstrings. Loneliness to be loneliness brings yearning to be held. Queer pegs don't fit in straight holes. Black holes of depression born from a desire to feel the fire of a parent's love. Birthed in closets of fear, locked in by need of acceptance, but tolerance is not to be found. Spirit bound by yearning for things unformed in hearts meant to cherish, but only spew condemnation and damnation instead. One nation under God, where damn the queers to hell, the mantra of the contra-minded. Contradictory statements of hatred spewed from mouths designed to sing lullabies to babies brought forth from seed and egg. But baby didn't equal the sum of the parts expected. DNA lies of gender chromosomal pairs made up of the unknown quotient that never has the same answer twice. And still, the longing to belong allows boundaries to be wiped away like chalk on board as easily as third grade bullies steal lunch money. Rainbow beauty hidden away behind black and white alternate realities to bring smiles to others while dying inside. Crying out for nurture because nature took a twist and created human genomes that need homes to belong to. Human nature needing connection and affection, but finding abjection and degradation to hold on to at night like favorite stuffed animals. No need to be afraid of monsters in closets. Having grown up there, they became the only beings that offer acceptance as dejected rejects themselves. The concept of acceptance foreign to this home of shallow bones, bones hollow of marrow, empty of matter for those who wish upon falling stars to become matter more than a smattering of here and there. Skin stripped bare of closet walls, only to be built into another, and another, and another. Closet walls constructed of hate and shells of fear by the very hands that are begged to strip them from this place called home. Home is where the heart is supposed to be, but where does where does the heart go when it pounds out of chest cavity with anxiety? Ribs spreading themselves open to allow heart to run away before it is crushed by the weight of home. Thank you.
Deanne, Ma Dukes, that was beautiful. Yes, may acceptance live in this world. We need it so much, and your poem was beautiful. I loved it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for joining us on this Thursday night, for crossing over the hump of the week and coming into Thursday nights. You are most welcome and completely accepted.
Thank you very much.
Peace. All right. So we're going to go into the waiting list. I got 4 names on that waiting list, starting with Chris Lally. I'm asking you to try to do, for 3 minutes. I'm letting you, do your thing, but let's get it in. Asking to unmute Chris Lally.
Hey everyone. Thank you. I'll just get to it. And hopefully it should be exactly 3 minutes then. Here we go. Written across the time of the New Year weekend since I've been coming. May. In 1 week, 2 homes burned on my block of already 2 burned homes. And so in 1 week, another was shot by another, 1 black, 1 blue. And so in 1 week, the people said, you shoot, we loot, and looted as they shooted. And so in 1 week, the stores reopened and reclosed, the bridges lifted, the checkpoints started. And so in 1 week, downtown pronounced sundown town, proof of employment just to drive in. And so in 1 week, the city said, we know where you live on the edge of this blitz, we will get you. And so in 1 week, they told us what we already know. There is a line, they have drawn it. And so in 1 week, we realized the recurrence of fire, the rapture of water. And so in 1 week, we who believe in freedom got no rest. The insomnia, what a time to be alive. And so August. In 1 week, we recall it is still summer. Swimming in the lake we know is ocean. And so in 1 week, another was killed by another, 1 brown, 1 blue. And so in 1 week, the city held its breath while lifting batons and bridges. And so in 1 week, the fire turned liquid, song all we have to sacrifice. And so in 1 week, bare feet and drum beats blessed where he bled. And so in 1 week, we scrubbed the streets where police say he deserved to die. And so in 1 week, blood now bleached, the sidewalk never cleaner than today. And so in 1 week, we add another name, just as every week we add another name. And so in 1 week, we repeat names like mantras. This is arson. And so in 1 week, we place vases and candles, ofrendas de agua y fuego. And so in 1 week, we return to the elemental until we are all free. And so January. In 1 week, glass shattered in Times Square and it was in joy. And so in 1 week, the new year whispered hope. We dared to sigh and sing. And so in 1 week, lists were made of never agains, of all to come. And so in 1 week, the glimmer of winter as a time to hibernate melted. And so in 1 week, the White House whitewashed hate turned white hot. And so in 1 week, we pick up the pieces of a promise we already knew to be broken. And so in 1 week, my horn blows out candles as bullets echo from my block to DC's dome. And so in 1 week, the insomnia returns, white noise drones, the dead rise. And so in 1 week, I said this poem needs no more. Now I erase the period. There is no end. And so in 1 week, I burned Gopal twice. Hope is a discipline. Hope is a discipline. And so.
Yes. Chris Lally. And so in 1 week, I hope to hear you back on the open mic with your brilliance. You already know I treasure you. Thank you, Chris Lally. Okay. Thank you. All right, Rose Gold, Jennifer Yancey. I'm asking to unmute. Let's hear from the second Rose Gold, the first, the one that I got confused with, who I thought it would be.
Okay, gotcha.
Hello.
Good evening. This is called Oath. I, Jennifer K. Yancey, swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and bear true faith and allegiance to the same. And I will obey the orders of the President of the United States and the orders of the officers appointed over me, according to the regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. I recited that oath 6 times in my life, including 4 re-enlistments, unaware that perhaps I should have long since seceded from the Union, but blinded by loyalty to this bad romance, I stayed for the sake of the children. What of this Constitution, this living document that wasn't even written for me or with me in mind? But history dictates that I protect it at all costs, even if that meant I offered my life in exchange. So was I ever really beholden to this oath? Apparently, I saluted the wrong flag, because whenever treason and privilege reared their ugly heads, X marks the spot on stolen soil. The Mason-Dixon line again shifts like the San Andreas Fault, and the damnable sounds of Dixie pierce my ears. Look away, we say to the rest of the world. But they can't hear over their own laughter as they sit on the sidelines with their popcorn and Russian vodka. We give them the best cinema. The puppets following the puppeteer, they received the dog whistles that he barked from the Oval Office, the bloated, blowhard bloviating in the key of bullshit, watching with glee as his loyal subjects defended his honor, expressing his satisfaction through his keypad. Am I shocked and appalled? Why, not even in the slightest. It's the American way. Like the contemptible taste of pepper spray in the faces of the innocents who were later slaughtered for doing much less, while terrorists are celebrated for doing the most. And those charged to protect willingly leave their post, all in the name of revolution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Thank you.
Rose Gold poet, coming from a perspective that only can. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's go with Jeff. Let's hear what's good. Jeff Cottrell, I know you wanted to be heard tonight.
All right. I'm here. All right, so this is called Empowerment. Help! Help! This huge rock fell on me. I'm trapped. I'm in pain. Somebody help. Hello? Hello, help me. I'm trapped under this rock. I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I said help me. The rock fell on me. Speak louder, please. You're mumbling. Help me! I'm trapped under this big rock. Oh, you say you're trapped under that boulder there. Yes, it fell on me. And now you would like me to lift said boulder off and free you from its gravitational oppression. Yes, please. And maybe call 911. I think I lost a lot of blood. So, just to make sure I understand, you have trapped yourself into an undesirable circumstance, and you would like me to take full responsibility for your delivery from it. Sure, whatever. Just get this rock off me. You know, my friend, life is full of adversity. You can't escape it. But some would say that the true substance of a person's character lies not in what challenges one faces, but in how one responds to said challenges. What are you talking about? Just get this rock off me. Now, is that a productive response? Have frustration and panic ever served us well? Can you not find a more positive way to surmount this obstacle? Yes, I'm surmounting it by asking you to help me. Get the rock off me. My, what slow learners we human beings are. Isn't it funny? Sometimes the only way we can make progress in life is through the hard lessons. And that is why I'm going to help you, my friend. You're going to help me? Yes, I'm going to help you by not lifting that rock off you. What I am doing is empowering you, you see. I am not giving you the easy way out. I am forcing you to take responsibility for yourself. I am giving you the opportunity to learn how to solve your own problems and withstand the slings and arrows that life flings at us. And in the long run, isn't that a much more generous gift? Yes, that's very kind of you. Thank you. But I'd much rather you get this fucking rock off me now. Well, cursing and sarcasm certainly won't get it off. Now, here's what I do when life hands me a sour old lemon or two. I take a look at the situation from an objective viewpoint, and I ask myself, hey, how did I invite this into my life? What do I do to bring these little calamities upon myself? You see, by honest, rigorous self-examination, I can stop myself from making the same mistakes again. But to do that, of course, I have to take a step back and look at myself objectively. Do you think you can take a step back like that? No! I can't take a step anywhere because I'm trapped under a rock. Why can't you just get the rock off me? And what good would that do? I could bail you out, but what would you learn from that? There's only one person in the entire world who can change your life, and it's not me. Do you know who it is? A paramedic? No, I mean you. Only you are responsible for your own growth and improvement. And now that you know this, it's up to you to look in the mirror and make a change. That's where you get your power from. There. Don't you feel empowered now? No, I feel trapped and racked with pain. Well, who's to blame for that? Not the world, not society, not God, and certainly not me. Think about that. Well, I'm glad we've had this little talk, my friend. But I've got to run. I'm already late for my meditation class, and then I've got Zumba. See you later. You're being a real asshole, you know that? Well, perhaps, but don't forget what Marilyn said. If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. What the fuck does that even mean? Anyway, do take care of yourself. Toodles! Wait! Get back here, you jerk! Get this rock off me! Oh, crap. Oh, maybe a pointless and painful death isn't so bad. La la la. Just sitting here waiting to die. Now that I think of it, should I have paid more attention to that beware of falling rock sign over there? Maybe it is my fault. No, what am I thinking? It's the sign that's wrong. Thank you. That was empowerment.
Thank you for your empowerment poem, Jeff Cottrell. Thank you, thank you. And Toodles, because we're going to go now to Phil, aka Midnight. Here in Puerto Rico, it is just a little past midnight, so this is a perfect way to end the evening.
Boom, boom, boom. Where am I at?
There he is. Oh. Oh, let me, wait, unmute. I'm asking to unmute one more time. I think that's advocate of words because you're wearing your Mets.
Because my Mets had a good trade, that's why. Am I good? All right, one haiku and a poem. In sync, bye, bye, bye. Inauguration playlist. See you out the door.
She was 13. Grandma pressed fingers into wrist as patience had ran its course, angry. Headed to the body to tell of disrespect of her granddaughter's body. They'd find reason not to tell anybody. Safeguarding story in a jar of molasses as lid covered the truth. Silencing the voice of the abuse. A disservice. Still waking up to march into their field service. Yet failing to report this not so good news. Is this really the hall of joy and peace? A gathering of brotherly love, kindness, but to whom? Covering up crimes against children in God's house while God watches. Congregation elders watch from their holy tower. Laws in the book of Leviticus overlooked. Civilization to generation warned not to sleep with anyone in family tree. A story about her dysfunctional family. Sitting watching Fraggle Rock on TV screen as mother transforms children into finger puppets, condoling and to controlling the manipulation, still attending congregation meetings. A model family for all to see, Bible reading faithfully, wanting to raise hand to be called upon. No, sir. The truth is that we have little choice. Walking makes our narcissistic mom feel important. Oh, mother dear, would fix her hair, fit shape into skirt, always on a boyfriend hunt. She held no self-control, and neither did he. Bob, a 40-year-old servant, very observant to the point of uncomfortable. His glare held her to secret, eyes that said she better not tell. For he was the person that grandmother tried to protect her from, the one whom mother always dressed for. Goodness, if only mother knew. The sin towards this young girl and all the sins that this man of faith did do. For years, she buried child molested secrets into adulthood, creating an inability to believe in a higher being. At the time of the abuser's mourning, his religious affiliation mentioned and praised his unwavering faithfulness, how he treated his brothers and sisters with mildness. In essence, granting forgiveness for what he had done. His horrific crime buried for all eternity, his life unscratched and unexposed. Did God ever see or hear her sufferings? It is no secret that all religions experience this, especially when children and challenged adults are vulnerable to certain types of mistreatments. A culture of hiding and dealing with scandals internally. Who is to say this will or will not ever stop? Knock, knock.
Thank you, Phil, aka Midnight. That heart-wrenching poem. But thank you, thank you. So many people have experienced such abuses in silence, but I know that the higher power does see all. For putting it into words. I want to thank Luciana, who's in the room, Philip, who's in the room, Portia, those people that didn't get to read, Net Vega in the room. Thank you for being with us. Christina, I see you, Christina. Much love to you. Anybody else that didn't get on that's in here with us? I guess that's all that I see. But once again, I thank you for joining me this Thursday night. It is 2021, and it is my pleasure always to be with you. You guys bring me so much joy and such enlightenment. I just treasure you. I treasure this time that we have together. I look forward to next week for the new shit, for the old shit, for the hot shit, for the all that dirty shit, all that pure shit, all of it. I love you. New Eureka Poets Cafe, La Bruja signing out with much love. Shout out Advocate of Words still in the building. You know, we host with the most, but we don't boast. We just toast with a little bit of wah-wah. Peace from the Puerto Rican coast. One love. New Yoriko. Yes. Yes.